Are you an investor looking for premium market opportunities? Presenting premium and exclusive service for investors by Kalkine.
Hello, I'm James Preston and welcome to the ASX at Breakfast, exclusive to Kalkine TV, where we provide you with all the information you'll need for a successful day of trading. Australian shares are poised to end the week on a lower note following volatile overnight trading on Wall Street. The market sentiment was down amidst concerns surrounding aggressive interest rate hikes by the US Federal Reserve, and meanwhile muted iron ore prices are also expected to dent domestic mining shares. The latest SPI futures indicate that the ASX 200 is set to open 20 points or 0.3% lower on Friday. On Thursday, the benchmark index ended 1% lower at 6,817.5 points. Energy was the best performing sector on the ASX with a gain of 3.13%. The worst performing sector was information technology, down by 3.76%. The best performing stock on the S&P ASX 200 was Novonix, closing 7.04% higher at $2.28 per share. And the rise coincided with their release to the market on Thursday morning, announcing a $150 million grant from the Biden administration. The worst performing stock was Sandfire Resources, closing 13.23% lower at $3.28. On Wall Street, it was a sea of red. The three major US stock indices reversed an earlier rally, experiencing losses after Philadelphia Federal Reserve President Patrick Harker suggested the central bank will keep rising interest rates. US markets were up nearly 1.5% at one stage in the day. The Dow Jones fell 0.3%, the S&P 500 dipped 0.8%, and the Nasdaq ended 0.6% lower. European stocks surged after British Prime Minister Liz Truss announced she would resign next week after a very brief 6-week tenure. The Stoxx 50 rose by 0.6%, London's FTSE gained 0.3%, the CAC surged by 0.8%, and the DAX ended 0.2% higher. Emerging market stocks lost 0.23%, and MSCI's broadest index of Asia-Pacific shares outside of Japan closed 0.68% lower, whilst the Nikkei itself lost 0.92%. Alright, time now for a quick break on ASX for breakfast before we take a look at the Aussie dollar, oil, gold and the world of crypto. If you're looking to keep abreast of the biggest stories from the crypto world, the fate of exchanges and crypto hedge funds during the ongoing bear market, and you're wanting to keep up to date with the best and worst performers in the altcoin space and that of flagship currencies such as Bitcoin and Ethereum, then Kalkine Media's Daily Crypto Catch is absolutely essential viewing for you. Tune in each afternoon right here on Kalkine Media to get the latest scoop from Anchor to Zero Coin. Welcome back to the ASX at Breakfast on Kalkine TV, where we give you all the information you'll need for a successful day of trading. The Aussie dollar has seen a boost this week. On Monday, one Aussie dollar was buying 62.08 US cents, and it reached an intra-week high of 63.46 US cents, and is currently buying 62.79 US cents. Moving on, and the benchmark US 10-year notes last fell in price to yield 4.2346% from 4.129% late on Wednesday. The 30-year bond fell 49 out of 32 in price to yield 4.231% from 4.127% late on Wednesday. The US dollar index itself fell by 0.09%, whilst the euro was up by 0.1% to 0.9781 US dollars or 97.8 cents. Oil prices were mixed on Thursday. Prices initially rose on Thursday as signs of tightening supply were offset by news that China was considering easing COVID-19 restrictions. But by the end of trade, gains were largely subdued. WTI crude edged up 0.5% to settle at 85 US dollars and 98 cents a barrel, and Brent crude closed at 92 US dollars and 38 cents a barrel, down by 0.3%. As for the world's favourite yellow metal, gold experienced a slight dip. Gold prices fell after US Treasury yields pushed higher. Spot gold fell by 0.1% to close at $1,627 US dollars and 19 cents an ounce. And lastly, the global crypto market continues to struggle. In the past 24 hours, the global crypto market cap has decreased by 1.04% to be valued at approximately $913 billion. Bitcoin continues to sit under the 20k threshold and is currently trading at around $19,000 with a 24-hour loss of 0.75% and a 7-day loss of 1.93%. All right, well, that's all for this edition of the ASX at Breakfast. Have a great day trading and make sure to keep it locked here on Kalkine TV for the latest market insights and business news. I'm James Preston, reporting for Kalkine.